We finally have a brand new Mortal Kombat 2 trailer that just dropped at IGN FanFest 2026, and it is absolutely loaded. We've got new fatalities, major character reveals including our first real look at Quan Chi, stunning new footage of Shao Kahn, new locations and visuals that change everything we thought we knew about the sequel. And honestly, the trailer drops some massive details nobody saw coming, revealing hidden deaths of multiple characters, an opening scene that made the co-creator of Mortal Kombat cry every single time he watched it, and Warner Bros being so confident in this movie that they already greenlit Mortal Kombat 3 before this one even hits theaters. But that's not even the craziest updates and movie previews we have. So let's start with the biggest news of the day. Karl Urban himself kicked off IGN FanFest 2026 by personally introducing the brand new second official trailer for Mortal Kombat 2. And this footage is on a completely different level from anything we've seen before. So let's break down every new thing revealed. Now the footage opens with Johnny Cage, and let me tell you, he does not look like a hero. He's sitting at some kind of fan convention, clearly at the lowest point of his career, clearly unhappy and completely void of the cocky movie star energy that fans know from the games. But we already knew some of that from the first trailer. Let's talk about the stuff we haven't seen before. First up, the trailer opens with this absolutely stunning shot of a golden citadel bathed in heavenly light. This isn't just some random castle, this is almost certainly Edenia before it was conquered by Shao Kahn, possibly a flashback to King Jared's reign. Notice the bright, warm lighting. It's a direct contrast to the dark, corrupted world we know is coming. We then cut to the interior, and honestly, this shot is heartbreaking. It's clearly a flashback to Edenia's final days. That man standing there is King Jared, and the child beside him in blue is a young Princess Kitana. And here's the thing, this scene connects directly to one of the most emotional storylines in all of Mortal Kombat. Jared fights Shao Kahn later in the movie and gets brutally killed. That's not a spoiler, it's literally shown in both trailers. But seeing this tender father-daughter moment before the violence hits, that's what makes it devastating. Next up, in this new scene, Sindel is standing right next to young Kitana. The terror on their faces shows us exactly what is happening. Edenia is falling. They are likely looking at Shao Kahn as he attacks the palace. Seeing Sindel here as a protective mother before the corruption adds a tragic side to her character we haven't really seen in a movie before. Now here's where things get wild. The tone shifts immediately. We cut to a dark candlelit sanctuary with a shadowy silhouette in the center. That is Quan Chi, played by Justified star Damon Harriman. I said in my last Mortal Kombat video that we had a 90% chance of finally seeing him, and look at that, there he is. The circle of candles around him suggests a summoning ritual, and we know that death is never the end in Mortal Kombat. He could be resurrecting a fallen warrior. I couldn't tell who he was bringing back, but at one point there was a bright flash in the scene, and Kung Lao seems to be there. Let me know what you think about this. But guys, keep watching because this isn't the only reveal we get of Quan Chi in the trailer, because later we have a front shot of how he actually looks. The next new shot is incredible. We see the same golden palace from the opening, but now in the present day. The gold is completely gone, replaced by dark storm clouds, gothic spikes, and a menacing atmosphere. I think this is visual storytelling at its absolute finest, showing us exactly how Outworld twists and corrupts everything it touches. This is Shao Kahn's current fortress, and the transformation from Edenia's paradise to this hellscape tells the entire story without a single word of dialogue. Moving forward, we get this incredible sequence, another look at that background. That blue swirling vortex? That is a direct homage to the classic portal stage from Mortal Kombat 2. And look who is fighting in it. It's Kung Lao versus Liu Kang. Don't worry, they aren't enemies here. This is definitely a sparring match at the Wuxi Academy. This is a classic beat from the games where the two Shaolin monks fight to see who is the true chosen one. It establishes their friendly rivalry and shows us just how skilled they've become since the first movie. Plus the visual of Kung Lao's kicks against Liu Kang's fire, it's pure cinema. But the most shocking moment is this one right here. That is Lord Raiden on the floor, and he is in serious trouble. Shang Tsung isn't just attacking him, look at the energy swirling into that object in his hand. He is sucking Raiden into his amulet. This is a massive game changer. It looks like the sorcerer finds a way to defeat the Thunder God early by trapping his soul or his divinity inside that artifact. If Raiden is removed from the board, the Earthrealm champions are completely on their own against Shao Kahn. Let me know what you think about this. Then we get a group shot that fans are going to lose their minds over. We've got Jade on the left, played by Tati Gabrielle. Kitana is front and center, played by Adeline Rudolph. And in the background, Quan Chi lurking exactly where you'd expect a manipulative sorcerer to be. And in the foreground, we see Kano getting back up, which is a massive frame because Kano was killed in the first movie. If Quan Chi brought him back, that opens the door to the Deadly Alliance storyline that fans have been theorizing about for months. Now I will say, Quan Chi's design is a bit different from what I expected. I thought he'd look more intimidating, but what can I say because he does look game accurate from MK2. But let me know in the comments what you think of the look. But someone who does look absolutely terrifying has to be Shao Kahn. Played by Martin Ford, this design looks so good. The skull mask looks like actual bone, not some plastic prop. He's sitting on his throne, looking down on everyone like the god emperor he believes himself to be. He isn't just a warlord, he is a monster. This shot alone proves they are not holding back on his intimidation factor one single bit. Let me know what you think about his look. We also see Kitana unmasked and screaming orders, giving what looks like a rallying speech. She's got blood on her arm and looks desperate. This is likely the turning point where she rebels against Shao Kahn, the man she's been calling father. Seeing her unmasked humanizes her completely. She's not just a cold assassin anymore, she's a leader rallying her people. And according to Adeline Rudolph herself, Kitana's storyline is just as central to this film as Johnny Cage's. She described the movie as the intertwining of two worlds, Earthrealm on one side and Edenia and Outworld on the other, with their stories weaving in and out of each other throughout the entire film. How wild is it that Kitana's arc might be just as important as Johnny Cage's? Moving on to a scene that adventure movie fans are going to love, Liu Kang and Sonya Blade infiltrating a dark cavern. Liu Kang uses his fire to light the way, which is a brilliant practical touch, showing that his control over his powers has grown since the first movie. They're wearing travel cloaks, which tells us this isn't just a tournament film, which we will talk about later in the video. So keep watching. We also get a scene of Liu Kang absolutely cooking Shao Kahn, literally blowing fire directly into his face. This is the same fight from the first trailer, but shown from a completely different angle. And here's where it gets real. Quick spoilers ahead. It's been confirmed that Liu Kang gets killed in this movie, and it looks like this is the scene where it happens. Shao Kahn is the one who takes him out. That is massive. Let me know what you guys think about this decision. Guys, this is an R-rated Mortal Kombat movie that is not holding back one single bit. And that brings us to the insider news that directly connects to what this new trailer is showing us. But first, one massive detail everyone is noticing is that Cole Young is almost entirely missing from the trailer, appearing for only a split second fighting alongside Jax. This absence has fueled major rumors that he might be killed off very early in the movie, possibly by Shao Kahn himself, to instantly raise the stakes and motivate the team. Killing him off would be a bold move that addresses fan complaints from the first film, effectively clearing the path for Karl Urban's Johnny Cage to step up as the true main protagonist of the franchise. Let me know what you think about this. Slater explained that between tournament bouts, characters go on their own missions and adventures that shape their individual stories. So it's not just fight, rest, fight, rest. There are multiple side quest and adventure scenes, like we saw Liu Kang and Sonya Blade going on a side quest. That's how you keep a tournament movie interesting without falling into the trap of feeling repetitive. But we have even more crazy news, and this next part might be the most fascinating piece of information surrounding this entire movie. Ed Boon, the co-creator of Mortal Kombat, the man who literally built this franchise from the ground up starting in 1992, says the opening scene of this movie makes him cry every single time he watches it. In an interview with Collider, Boon said, "I don't think I've seen it yet and not cried. It is intense, it punches you in the face, and it absolutely is the best way to start it, but the rest of the movie just lives up to it. It's such a powerful opening scene," which is likely the Edenia flashback with King Jarrett and young Kitana that we just saw in the trailer. Now, some of you might remember that Mortal Kombat 2 was originally supposed to come out on October 24th, 2025. That didn't happen. Warner Bros. Pushed it all the way back to May 8th, 2026. Director McQuoid addressed this directly at New York Comic-Con, calling the situation being a victim of our own success. He said, "Every time people have seen this movie, it's gained momentum. We've created a massive summer blockbuster. Warner Bros. Realized they had something bigger than a crowded October release could support. Let me know if you think this was a good idea." And the confidence doesn't stop there. At that same NYCC panel, screenwriter Jeremy Slater dropped the bombshell: Mortal Kombat 3 is officially in development, before the sequel even hits theaters. Slater said, "Our friends at New Line and Warner Bros. Are so happy and excited with this movie. They are so convinced that there is a giant fan base waiting for it that they already hired me to start writing the next installment of Mortal Kombat." That is an insane level of studio confidence, and it's backed up by real numbers. What moment from this new trailer got you the most hyped? I'm Brian from Cinema Surge, and I will be covering every single update on this movie as we march toward that May 8th release date. If you enjoyed this deep dive breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss a video. Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. We've got a lot more Mortal Kombat coverage coming your way.